we're gonna do the estimates today. Well, I'm working as a agile customer and developer.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and I'm a member of the development team.
Hi, I'm Tanmay. I'm a member of development team.
Hi, this is Ramya, member of development team.
Hi, this is Jiawei. I'm also a member of the development team.
Hi, my name is Luis, and I also belong to the developing team.
Okay, so let's do this. For the first user story, we're gonna go for the recipe user role, and then we're gonna focus on the homepage story for to begin with. So in this user story, as a recipe user, I want to see the homepage as soon as I log into the system, so that I can perform a search by keyword, perform a detailed search, add a new recipe, see a list of recent recipes. And the acceptance criteria here is that as soon as the user logs in, the username should be visible to indicate who is currently logged on. And also, the list of recent recipes should be automatically loaded in the homepage, right? The list itself is going to be described in another user story, but this is what we are expected to see. So, well, what we're going to do now is each of you is going to text me and send me the estimates. How long do you think it would take to implement a homepage with these functionalities?
Got a question. Are we including the formatting? I mean, the style for the web page as well? Do we have to include that?
Yeah, you should consider the layout.
Yes, exactly. The layout, the style.
Anything.
All right.
So I have another question. Coming up to the logins, what are the criteria you want us to implement for now?
Sorry?
For login, the criteria, the admin, super admin, how many logins you want?
The login, I was thinking about putting this part in the access control. Like we're gonna have in the administrator role, we're gonna describe the access control. So I guess we should consider that it would be covered in that part.
Okay.
Are you going to let us know when should we start?
Yeah, you should. You can start whenever you want.
Okay, I will. Okay, that's fine. And sending my message.
Oh, wait a second. The second one, perform a detailed search. What's the difference between the first one and the second one?
The keyword search, you don't know. Well, but wait. You don't have to estimate all of these functionalities. These are going to be links that are going to be available there, right? Like these are the next steps. You just logged in the homepage, and you're going to see those links. You have to see the currently logged user, and that's it. So basically, it should be a the initial page. It should have the user who's currently logged on, and the homepage or the search is going to be on the homepage, but we're going to cover the recent recipes is going to be on the homepage, but it's covered in another user story. So basically, it's just the structure of the homepage with the links and the the user login.
So not the functionality yet.
Not the search,
Only
not the
display
search
the list.
itself, or the list. They are separated. So, okay. Ramya, whenever you have the estimate, you can text me. I mean, you can send me by WhatsApp, by private message.
I did it, Ricardo.
Oh,
but not in the group. In
yeah, you should
Okay.
send it in
for the next one.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Right. It's all right. So guys, we have a range of going for 1.5 hours to 6 hours. So what do you, whoever said 6 hours or 1.5, what are the reasons?
It's me, Ricardo. I said the 6 hours because we need to create the user styles, which we need to bootstrap it in Angular. It takes time for setting up it. That's the reason I said it takes 1 hour. We need to create the login. As you have a login added up into your search criteria. Mm-hmm. So we need to create the login functionality, which takes 2 hours. And the rest 3 hours are for implementing the web page.
Bootstrap 1 hour.
Bootstrap and the menu bar creations and basic layout of the page. It really takes 1 hour.
Mm-hmm. So layout would be 1 hour.
Yeah, the header, the side menu bar, and all that stuff we need to create, right? Before you begin with the pages, we need to create a container for a holder, and we should create the menu and the sidebars and all that, right?
Okay.
Before you actually create a page.
The login, you think?
Yeah.
How many hours?
I need 1 hour for styling the menu bar and the sidebars. Mm-hmm. 2 hours for login and 3 hours for the page.
Hours for the page itself.
Yeah. Because we need the database which holds the recipes we need to create. Since it's an initial page, we need to have a database. We have to link the database, fetch from the database. It takes time.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe in the first user story we would have some more hours exactly because of the setup.
Yeah, that's the point I wanted to underline, because we don't have a database setup. We don't have a container for the page to come up. So we need to create a skeleton for the application first, then the container, the placeholder for the page, then setting up the database up. Yes. So we need...
I was the one that voted 1 hour and a half. Now that I'm listening to your reasons, I agree that was a bit low. Mm-hmm. But I didn't consider in my estimation all the background activities, because I thought that in the homepage we were just considering how to set up the homepage. I didn't think that we were considering the time to build the database and all the other activities that are behind.
I guess it makes sense that it's not actually related to this user story specifically, but the initial setup must happen somewhere, and I guess this is...
I agree, because we don't have another user story where we can set these things.
Yeah, we don't have a setup user story.
Yeah.
It should be here.
So yeah, I agree, and yeah, so that was my read. I just thought about homepage itself.
Mm-hmm.
So shall we add what Ramya said to the acceptance criteria for this story, and then we estimate it because we didn't think about the database setting and the skeleton of the project for the
I
time,
guess
right?
we should do that. Layout, basic layout, menu, and
Also the login.
yeah, actually,
Because Ramya talked about the login in this phase.
mhm.
Because we should show the name of the user that is logged in. So as we are considering the database work, we should consider also the login work here.
Yeah. I was actually for the login. I was gonna do like specific user data in our tables, and then the authentication. I was thinking about using some tool. But yeah, well, let's try not to put the login here, because otherwise, I guess it's gonna be too messy.
Alright.
But the basic structure, I guess we have to. There's no escaping it.
Yeah. Shall we
So,
say
okay.
header and footer instead of menu?
Sorry. What did you say?
Header and footer.
Header and footer.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be. Go to the layout bootstrap. So I'm gonna. Do you guys want to vote again? Or
Maybe we should vote at least one more time.
yeah, we should. Given the explanation that Ramya provided,
Yeah.
can you say what you think?
Then we have to vote again for the timing, right?
Yeah.
For this
Okay, cool.
My code stays same, Ricardo.
Uh-huh.
But you have to vote it. Don't tell it. Don't say it.
Luis.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Now we have the lowest is 5 and the highest is 8. Can you tell us why you think it's 8, Luis?
Well, since for me it's like since I am learning the Angular thing, so I was taking into consideration the fact that I will spend some time understanding how the format works.
Yeah.
So that's why I put a couple of hours, a little bit more. So
okay, I had to be honest. I considering the initial setup, I actually thought about putting hours too. So I guess I agree with you. Joey, can you share why you think it's 5 hours?
5 hours. Because I don't think that like the header and the layout should take a lot of time because we can use Materialize and whatever CSS framework. That's super easy to use. So yeah, that's why I vote 5 hours.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I particularly I added the complexity of the database because in our examples, at least what I've seen so far, I just use the navigation like routing. I use some Angular material for the layout, but I have not connected to the database using Angular 2. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be similar to the way it works with Node and in Angular JS. I don't think it's going to change much, the data base part, but I haven't done it, so I'm being a little yeah.
To learn.
That's why. So I guess I'm with Louis in that number. You guys want to vote again?
Yeah, and it should be the last interaction, right? At least for this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ramya, you haven't answered because
Because my estimate, as I already explained, I stick on to it, Ricardo.
right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All
Do we need to like read
So I guess
estimate again?
we have 3 8s, 2 6, 2 6s, and 1 5. An average of 7. 7 would be good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree, Ricardo. 7 is great.
7 is fine. Yeah.
Right. So
That's good.
First user story. We have 7 user story points. I'm not gonna put priority yet. I'm gonna go with the default value here, right?
Yes.
We'll save and close. The next user story should be recent recipe list. So I'm gonna copy this. Recent recipe list. I'm gonna edit it. Here, the notes are here. I'm just gonna add a tag. It's recipe user. Okay, so as a recipe user, I want to see a list of the 10 most recent recipes so that I can select them and edit them. What are the criteria? So the user should be able to access the recipe detail by selecting one item in the recipe list, and the recipe should be shown in descending order of date of submission. So whenever you are ready, can send me the estimate.
For the NBC facility only, right?
Yeah.
Not for the editing and select.
Well, you have to consider that when you click, you have to redirect the user to the edit. But the edit itself, it's not gonna. It's different. Yeah. Here, I would say. Okay. Ramya, I haven't received your estimation for the recent recipe list.
Ricardo, you want me to ping to your personal chat?
Yes, the personal message. Yes.
I did it.
Cool. Okay. So what we have here is a minimum of 1 hour and a maximum of 8. But I'm guessing, well, Luis is the one who voted 8, and I guess it's pretty much because of the complexity of using a new tool and all. But as soon as we have at least the homepage, and we already set the homepage in the database, so I guess this complexity
is very low.
Yeah, it's very low.
If the connection is everything is working, then we just have to run the select query from there.
Yeah. So apart from that, which I considered that is the highest estimate, I had put 3 hours because I thought, yeah, we'll have to create the search, we have to test, we have to take care of layout. Yeah, maybe it's too much, I think. For search, yeah, maybe it's too much. Okay. So
because if the connections and database is working, you just need a maximum 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, well, we have one vote for 2 hours, one for 1.5. The other one. So I would say 1.5, 2 hours, just to have a.
Let's put maybe 2 hours to include this thought that we
About the complexity, yeah. Maybe 2, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put here story points 2, save and close. The next, here there should be search by keyword. I'm going to copy this. Actually, I guess I already did. search by already here. As a recipe user, I want to search recipes by keywords so that I can find them without knowing whether the keyword is part of the recipe name, an ingredient, category, or the recipe description. So it's a general word that you want to find related to your recipe. You don't know, like, you just put chocolate. You don't know if it's in the recipe name, it's in the ingredients, or in the description. And the acceptance criteria is search by keyword should return any recipes that have the keyword either in the title, in the ingredients, or in the category, or in the description also.
Percent 650 అంటే 6,600 150 divided by 15,000. It is 4.41%. Net worth. So, 95%, 9%.
Let's say. Okay, so we have minimum 1 and maximum 3.5. So yeah.
I was the one that voted 1 because I thought that in this case, when we perform a search, it's just a matter of writing the right query and showing it like the list of the results, right?
Yeah, but
so,
if you think about it, you have to.
What I think the layout will be the one where we have the complexity. So the writing query where we have to join a different thing like various or the category or.
Yeah, the layout. I don't think the layout is going to be too different from the top search.
Yeah, that's. I was thinking that maybe at this point we will have overcome some technical difficulties. Like we know how to present a list. We know how we have the database already. So I thought it was a matter of writing the right query and presenting the result properly. So that was my thought.
No, I'm just thinking that this query might be complex.
Yeah, and what we are showing that important. What we are showing in the list, just a keyword.
Yeah, because we're passing only a keyword,
right?
And then we have to look for the keyword in different
ingredients and what the result will show. Just like if the every ingredients or just a recipe name. If you are searching like the chocolate, what you are going to show to the user.
I'm thinking more about how to implement this as in a performatic way, because otherwise it's going to be like select star from every table. Like in our case, we're going to use MongoDB. I don't even know it.
How it works.
How the select thing works.
All the four queries.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that this kind of search is kind of complicated. So.
I mean, for the way of presenting the results?
No, the way presenting is. I think it's easy. It's pretty much the same as.
The 10 recipes.
The 10 recipes. It's just that it's a longer list.
Yeah.
but the complexity of searching the
From the 5 or 4 different table, like
yeah.
table or whatever.
So I guess Tame was the one who said 3.5. I'd say that makes sense.
Because we don't know how the select query working.
Everyone, do you want to vote again, or do you like the estimates in this case are very close? It's all between 1 and 3.5. So
Just use the medium.
2 is good, Ricardo.
2. What do you say, Tame? You think 2 is 2.5, maybe? I would say, honestly, I would say 3. Like, because.
That's what I'm checking how the select query is working in MongoDB.
Okay, well, let's go with 2. Okay, next user story points. Actually, I think it was when I thought about it, I separated them into different stories. So yeah, this is when I wrote the user stories, when I separated them after our meeting with Professor Lack. This is weird. This one probably have the thing, but it's not showing here. Well, for the what is this? For the search result.
Search result is the presentation of the result.
Yeah, I was thinking in two different origins for search. Like you could go with the search by keyword or the detail search, and then when you perform a search, you would come back with a collection of recipes, and then you would be redirected to a results page. So actually, when I thought about it, I was considering that the logic was the search itself, not the result. That's why. But then, okay, I guess we had like 3.5 hours, we have 2, and then we actually have separate stories for this. And I guess it's okay. Want to view so this story is as a recipe user, I want to view the search results according to my search criteria so that I can select and view specific records.
So what's
yeah, well, the thing is, what I was thinking is, in the first part, I wanted to search just to type a keyword and receive something. Yeah.
So what you're going to search?
Yeah, you're right. I'm in terms of components, I guess it makes sense, but actually, in terms of business, in terms of user goals, this doesn't make sense at all.
Because I think it both are the same. You can search like the chocolate.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Either.
Yeah, maybe we need to adjust this.
Yeah, either you are planning to put some combo works like chocolate, but user only want to search in the recipe.
Yeah.
Recipe name or only in the ingredients. Otherwise, I think these both are the same.
I guess that you did that because for 2 different search, you wanted to join them and showing the search result, which was a single box for.
Yeah, but the thing is, I put this complexity, which is something a plus, which is a paged list. I don't know whether there's something there are some default solutions for that, but in my previous experience, which is like using JSP, pretty old stuff, it was kind of hard to do page lists. I don't know. Do you girls know if there's any paging functionality? Like if we have a lot of recipes, like hundreds of recipes, we would like to page them, right?
You mean with the arrow that
Yeah, like or numbered. Yeah.
I don't know that.
So I'm thinking here, maybe I could get rid of this search result, and the detail search should have like this. The detail search and the keyword search should have these functionalities. But then I would say that this is one acceptance criteria for both of them, right? Like having page.
Then you join them to the lower stack, the edit.
Yes,
edit
yes,
recipe.
the detail recipe. So I would say that this would come here. This should come here. We'll do this. This. Here. This one doesn't make sense. This one should be here. Oh, God. A mess. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the acceptance criteria between these. And user select a record. Okay, so this is applied to both of them. The results should be shown in descending order of submission. So I guess this is it. Does this change the complexity of the first search?
We were considering to display the search result already.
Class.
So this is actually not going to have to delete this. It's going to be deleted. Okay. Search by keyword. Or about the confusion. Sorry, this is muy. Okay. Okay, so well, in this at the same level, I would go with the detailed search, which we already mentioned. Let me just create detailed search. Yeah. Basically, this is a more specific search. Like we can specify search by author, search by title, search by something. So as a recipe user, I want to search recipes by specific criteria, such as categories, keyword, title, user. Yeah, in combo box, or
the user is writing like chocolate, and in the combo box he's selecting the
chocolate is in the recipe name.
Yeah,
something like that. And these are the acceptance criteria. The results should be shown in the form of a paged list. By default, the detailed search must be loaded with all the recipes, and the search criteria must be clear. So we are not going to specify anything. If you're going to the detailed search, all the recipes are going to be loaded, at least the first page. When the user selects a record from the results, the application should present the details, and the results should be shown in descending order of submission. So this is.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
When in the description of the user story, in parentheses, we have categories, keyword, title, user. So.
Oh, it's the author.
How about keyword?
Well, if you have the keyword search in the homepage, we should have the keyword search in the detailed search as well. Like it should have all options.
So, but I don't understand if it is separated just because it's available in another place. Also.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. Do you guys want to vote? Guess there's only Ramya missing.
Yeah, I'm right here.
No, I mean the estimate for this user story particularly.
Okay, as a recipe.
So we have. It's ranging between 1 and 4. What do you think is the why is it 1 or why is it 4?
So I was the one that voted for. So here, exactly in the same way we said for the search by keyword, we are considering also the presentation of the list on the rest of the result. I thought that we had to build this combo box, and then we need to fill the combo box with the value they are in the database.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought that would take some time. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And the keyword search, it's covered in the other part, so yeah, I shouldn't fix.
Basically, actually, depending on how we implement it, we can actually call what we already implemented.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even need to copy,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that building this combo box could be a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ricardo, I was the one who quoted for one hour. So I quoted for 1 hour because we already have a search criteria. The link query already exists. To the link query, we just need to add the following keywords. That's all. So that will help. So I thought it's just 1 hour.
I mean, we already had the keyword search, and
Yeah,
we
we already have a query which really gets the search from the database, right? We just need to add to that search some extra criteria. That's all. So I thought.
I guess it depends on how we implement them on Mongo, because we search for JSON objects, right?
Yes, but it is just the same as you search for a link query in SQL. Any database rendering, fetching stuff is same. So.
Okay. So, yeah. So we're basically, what you're saying is that we are reusing most of the stuff, and while implementing simple queries is not too time consuming. Do you guys want to vote again?
Okay.
So now we're between 1 and 3. But the rest of us, huh? But the rest of us are between 2.5, 2. So what do you guys say we go with? I don't know, 2.5.
All right.
If we can save this time, like if it is simple, like 1, we're gonna save some time, so it's good actually. I usually tend to be conservative in my estimates because sometimes things happen, and anyway. So I would say 2.5. This it's the recipe user. Use this. Even close. What's the next one? So this is the detail. This recipe detail. I'm gonna put this here. Yes. So as a recipe user, I want to view the details of a specific recipe so that I can either use it to prepare the recipe, view the ingredients or edit the recipe. So it's basically the view. You're viewing the recipe. You're not editing it yet. So it's basically after you select something from the other screen, you're
just viewing the
you're viewing the details. And the acceptance criteria is the recipe data fields must be in read-only mode. The following data should be displayed: recipe name, number of servings, cooking time, author, description, category, which are tags, ingredients list with name, quantity, and unit of measure. And the recipe user should not view the cost of or price of the recipe. So only data related to the recipe itself. Yeah, so that's it. Ramya, I guess it's missing your estimate for this.
Yeah. I did it, Ricardo.
Yeah, so we have minimum of 1, maximum of 4. Why do you think it's why do you think it's 4 hours, Ramya?
Yes, I think it is for 4 hours because we need to edit it. That means we need to manage the styles of a grid. In Angular, the grid styles are not available. We need to create a custom grid, and we need to create custom grid clicks, which navigates us to the edit page. So I thought it takes 4 hours because we need to either create a table and try to make it look as a grid with filters and all that, or really try to implement a grid. So I thought it is for 4 hours because we
don't have a grid like in
like in ASP.NET or in any other thing. We don't have a grid in Angular. Yeah.
There's no such thing. Okay.
Yes. So I thought it takes time for implementing something which looks like look and feel of a grid.
Okay. You guys want to reconsider and vote again? Okay, so we have three people voting for 4 now, and 1 is picking 2. I don't know. I think it's the difference is too low. Joey, do you think it's okay if we estimate 4 hours, and if we save this time, it's in our benefit?
Yeah, sure.
I guess 4 hours. Okay, I'll change it here. 4 hours. Save and close. Guys, I guess we're gonna have to interrupt this meeting soon because of time constraints. But let's move on with this. Okay, so a new user story, new item. It's edit recipe. Yes, notes are here. Here. Okay. As a recipe user, I want to edit the current recipe so that I can adjust the information if necessary. Yeah, basically they want to check the recipe. If there's something wrong, they want to edit. Well, the acceptance criteria is the following data should be displayed in edit mode: recipe name, number of servings, cooking time, author, description, category. Yeah, that's it. User must be able to edit the recipe ingredients list, which is described in another item. When the user is editing, all the required fields must be filled. All the data is mandatory except for the photo. Actually, this should be in the. This should go together. It's the same. The changes must be saved in the recipe, and the recipe user should not view or edit cost or price of the recipe. So basically, well, this is the same data that we had in the previous page. Now it's on edit mode, and we need to save it to the database. And there's a few validations that we need to do, right? So if you want to edit recipe. I guess, yeah, we're missing Jawei and Ramia's estimates. Ramya? Ramya? Oh, oh, sorry. I guess she was disconnected. Oh crap. Well, so what we have here is minimum of 3 and maximum of 10. Why is it?
I was the one
10?
who
Uh-huh.
because what I thought is if just the recipe details, what we are showing, just the recipe will take 4 hours. Then here we have to do the lot of coding for the edit and other stuff.
But the editing, I guess we only have to validate the things, right?
Yeah, but it will go on to the next page where we have to show the existing detail. So user will overwrite that detail, and that we have to do the save changes and other things. So that's what I was thinking about. And I don't
Like
and this is the new tool, so I don't know how the queries will work.
Oh, you mean okay? But the queries we had covered in the previous functionalities.
Yeah, but this is the edit. We are working first time with this query in this.
Oh, with like updates.
Project. Yeah, update or the edit.
Uh-huh.
And if just the recipe details, what we are just showing, which is I think just a select query.
Okay, so
if it takes the 4 hours, then I thought this will take the double there.
Well, I guess the complexity that I saw like in Ramya's estimate last time was that we needed to the more complex part was okay, we already have the data because we already know how to do select statements. Then we bring them to the screen, and then we have to know that it's in edit mode or read-only mode. Now that we know how to establish that it's not in edit mode, now I mean to turn on and off this. What we have left is validate the values, which is basically or either select statements and rules that we establish in the page, the page in our code, or we have to update. But update, I don't think it's complex. Like it's just writing some object to the database.
The validation, I don't know, is it that straightforward? Like, because I remember in ASP.NET there was some preset stuff here.
Oh no, it's. I guess this is unless I guess Ramya
implement something such that the user cannot confirm. So we need to prevent. I don't know if we need.
Yeah, as far as I know, there's no standard tool for validation.
So we need.
Actually, I think there is something regarding validation, but we need to implement the logic. It's not that we have like required validation. I don't know. But basically, we would have to implement the validation.
But you said the validation is only required. What else do we need?
Yeah. There's something like what we could say, edit recipe. Cost. Oh, some of the criteria I put only in the add recipe. I need to include it here, but then it's only like number of servings must be greater than 0, or cooking time must be greater than 0 or equal 0. So it's just checking some of the variables. It's not.
To check also the format of the input, like what is number should be number.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Angular already have something like that prevents you from putting numbers, letters into number fields.
Yeah.
I guess there's already this format thing.
It's fine. We can use jQuery. jQuery validation.
You're familiar with that, Joey?
Kind of. It's just a package, and then you say, you can customize the criteria of the field, and then customize the message that it will show, the error message.
Okay. So I'm gonna put a note here that we need to check validation functionalities in Angular and jQuery. But I guess this is it. But well, again, what were the complexities? 3 to 10. I don't know. I think like what we have to validate is quantities. They are required fields, and they must be consistent with data that we bring from the database.
No, validation, I don't think is problem.
So it's all right. You're more concerned about
layout and
writing?
writing.
Well, layout we covered in the search, the detailed.
But edit will have the different layout. We have to show the existing.
I guess actually the complexity that Ramya mentioned is exactly because she was willing to use the same components in edit and view. Because otherwise we could create a different table, a different page.
If we are using the same component, then the time will be less. I thought we are doing the totally the
No. So I guess the thing is, Ramya was concerned that we didn't have a read and write control in Angular by default. So we would need to implement another components or look for components like for libraries. So it would take time. But if we got that covered in the detail page, in the view page, then this should not be complex. So what do you say?
I'm still thinking about the 6 hours.
That's 6. So yeah, we should. Yeah, we're around 3 and 4. What about 5? 5? I guess I should be keeping record of the discussions here in this discussion field, but well,
Track of how good is our estimation.
yeah. Guys, I guess we're gonna have to interrupt the meeting due to another appointment. This actually consumed more time than I was expecting. For this role, we have another 4 items to estimate, and then there's another lot of other items. Actually, in the manager user role, they use a lot of these. So we just need to add the read and write rights for them. So I don't think it's going to be too hard. Yeah, I guess this is it. Well, we can talk to the others to decide when we're going to meet again. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe next week. Next week that would be too.
Yeah, but we have to finish this because we have to start. Yeah. Let's see. I guess. Joey, I guess you can finish the recording.
Okay.
Thank you. Just the planning doesn't need to